I'm Reen Schwarzer, and you're listening to the Giant Sword Podcast. Microphones, activate!
Hello, and welcome to this week's Giant Sword Podcast. I'm your party leader, Nick Lynn. Joining me today is Taylor Hoyt.
Hi.
What's up, man?
Nothing. Just getting falcon punched all the time in Smash.
Yep. So in the matches that we had just before we recorded this podcast, I got him like, I think every match except one, I ended the match with a falcon punch. Just like, he would always do a counter, and I would do my spin around falcon punch and just nail him.
There's nothing quite as humiliating as getting hit by a really slow charging attack like the falcon punch. The only thing that would be worse is if you got hit with Ganon's version of the falcon punch. You should be Ganon.
Next time.
He's so slow, though. Like, I was playing a guy online, and I just destroyed him.
We'll see about that.
Okay.
All right. Next podcast, he's going to be like, Nick and his Ganon. He just hits me every time with the punch.
Oh, my God. I would be so mad.
Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so we are recording on Christmas.
Eve.
On Christmas.
Eve.
I know, but that's just in general Christmas.
The holiday
Christmas
season.
time.
Yeah.
So this might be a little shorter podcast, but because we all are busy, but we got a lot of stuff to talk about. There's some good news. There's some good anime discussion we're going to be having.
Oh, yeah.
And, And first, let's get this elephant out of the room.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be the last podcast of the year.
Hmm.
All right.
All
All right, we're taking our own Christmas vacation here.
All right.
We're gonna take 2 weeks off. We'll be back probably on the 13th. I don't know, 13th or 14th of January.
With some hot impressions of Tales of Vesperia.
Is it already gonna be out?
They're supposed to come out on the 11th.
No,
so we might not have it in time, but we'll see.
See, the reason why is because I want to freshen everything up for the new year. So hopefully, and plus I want to get ready for the episode 100. We'll do something about that. That's going to be fun. So, yeah. Let's move on to the news, which, first, we're not going to do the big one yet. We're going to do the small one. Dragon Quest XI Switch version launches in 2019 in Japan.
And for anybody wondering, it is the PS4 version.
Okay.
It's not like an up-res 3DS port or something. But, yeah, I mean, I didn't watch the stream, but they put a trailer out, and I'm like, it looks the same.
But there's some news. There's some new things.
Oh.
It's going to have Japanese voiceover now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't hear that.
So, that's a thing. I don't know if it's going to go to the PS4. I bet you they're going to update it so the PS4 has it. But, yeah, it's going to have Japanese voiceover now.
That's amazing. I wonder why they're doing that.
Because they're probably like, you know what? Voiceover makes everything better. I don't know why we're stuck in our old ways. Yeah. And you know what? We're going to release the orchestrated version of the soundtrack as well. Because why did we use MIDI versions in 2018? I just don't know why.
Because the composer is a terrible person.
Yeah.
That's why.
But would you laugh if it actually the Switch version has the orchestrated?
That would be hilarious. I'm too deep into the PS4 version to rebuy it, but that would be hilarious.
That would
almost make it the definitive version.
That would be hilarious.
That would be hilarious.
You know what would be absurd, though?
What would be absurd?
I don't know. I just wanted to use absurd. But yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know when we're going to get it. The West is going to get it, but...
I mean, all the translations done, one would think they would come close together.
True.
But who knows? Weird things happen. Trails of the Cold Steel Kai came out, 2 years ago? Or last year?
Last year.
But
that was after Cold Steel 3 came out.
I know, but my point is we're not getting it till January of next year.
That's because Xseed's getting all this stuff ready for the big reveal of Cold Steel 3 and 4. Yeah, it's gonna be like Cold Steel 3 is coming out this year, and guess what? The year after Cold Steel 4 is coming out.
That'd be awesome.
If that happens, I'm like, all's forgiven, Xseed. All's forgiven.
Yeah, stop with the Senran Kagura games. Stop with all that garbage.
Yeah, because Sony's censoring it anyway, so just who cares about that? Just do Cold Steel.
Some good games. And take Ease back from NIS.
No. NIS get out of Ease.
No.
Speaking of Ease, Gregway.
Nick Way.
Old style.
Yeah.
Ease 9 Monstrum Nox was announced.
So we knew that there was an Ys game coming.
Yeah. So we knew an Ys game was coming, right?
Yeah.
And then there's like Project Nox is going to be announced on this date, and we're like, oh, Nox X, a new Xanadu, maybe.
That's what we thought. It was going to be a new Xanadu.
It's gonna be a new Xanadu, maybe, because it was like, oh, Ys 9's already a thing. We already know that, but no, it was the Ys 9 announcement, which turned into like emo prison Ys.
Yeah. So what we've seen so far is basically they go to like some kind of prison island, and yeah, there's a bunch of like people in like dark hoodies, and they're all in the shadows, and everything's emo. The one thing that I'm kind of bummed about is these are only like the basic screenshots, but it doesn't really look like a big leap graphics wise.
No, it's probably gonna look like 9, except a little more detail on
8.
Yeah, 8.
Yeah,
it's gonna look like 8 and a little more detail. So
Probably.
8 looks fine to me. It was a Vita port, so there wasn't as much detail.
Yeah. I mean, I think 8 looks fine. The thing that I would love is I really love their 2D like character art, like the character portraits and like, you know, concept art, stuff like that. I would love for that to translate better into like 3D character models.
That would be very hard to do.
I mean, I don't think so. There's a lot of games that do that. Like a lot of those anime games, like Ni no Kuni I think does it really well. That's what I think of that.
Yeah, but Ni no Kuni, Studio Ghibli in general is very like not detail heavy. It's easy to translate into 3D.
Mm-hmm. Ys isn't really that. I mean, it's anime,
Have you seen?
right?
Have you seen the character art? I mean, I can agree with you for the old Ys character art, but for Ys 8, it's super detailed.
We'll see.
Has those like pencil scratches and everything like that.
Yeah. I mean, I like the character designs. They always do good character designs and good music.
Mm-hmm.
There's no trailer though, so just to be clear, there's no trailer. It's just some screenshots, and then there's like a piece of key art. So
There's gonna be a trailer, and it's gonna be like, we're like, yes, it's Ys.
get ready for that guitar with violin.
And then suddenly there's gonna be a blue-haired girl, and it's like, Adel, stay away from her.
She's bad.
She's bad. She's a goddess somehow, and she's gonna destroy the world, and you gotta stop
But
her.
where's the blonde girl that falls in love with him?
Yeah,
Or the
orange-haired girl. Yeah. There's gonna be one. There always is one.
Gotta find him.
Yep. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get that till 2020, probably, based on how the other Ys games have been rolling out.
Mm-hmm.
But it's something to look forward to. Dude, Falcom, I gotta say this. Falcom has maybe been the single most prolific developer this generation. Because we're gonna have, when it's all said and done, we're gonna have 4 Cold Steel games. We're gonna have Tokyo Xanadu. We're gonna have Ys 8, Ys 9. That's at least 7 games. That's crazy. So good.
I'm still waiting for Cold Steel 3.
I'm saying when it's all said and done.
It's all said and done.
One would think that game is coming.
Yeah, hopefully. Right now, Sean is recording Cold Steel 4 lines right now. We just know it.
It's like, if I ever was recording them.
Yeah. It's happening. We know.
Yeah.
I have the inside scoop with Sean. It's like, hey, Sean, you know, you're doing Cold Steel stuff. And he's like,
Wink
well...
once if you're still doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all pretty much the news.
Yeah, kind of I mean, we're in the middle of Jump Festa, but there wasn't a whole lot of news. I mean, sometimes, you know, Japanese game developers will have some things to share, but, you know, Side Games had their thing the week before, and then, yeah, everybody was kind of doing their own thing. But look out for a Nintendo Direct. There's probably one coming in like the 2nd or 3rd week of January. They always do one. And by then, we'll get some news on stuff like Fire Emblem and maybe Metroid.
And if we don't,
Then I'm a liar. And it's just not going to happen.
Nintendo's worst thing ever.
Yeah. They're just the worst thing ever.
Hopefully you see Joker gameplay.
And then Persona 5 Ruby.
No, not happening.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Somebody liked a tweet today that I tweeted last year. It was when they announced the anime. I'm like, oh, so they just announced Persona 5 anime. When is Persona 5 Dancing, Persona Q, and the Switch port coming next? So we've got 2 of the 3. Just need that 3rd one. Come on, Alice.
You should have said the Persona 3 Complete Edition. Because it's called, there's Persona 5 R Complete Edition. Is rumored.
I know, Persona 5 Ruby.
Or Rimson.
Rimson? C. Rimson?
Crimson.
Would you play it again if they did put it out on Switch? Would you play it again?
If it's better than the first one, yeah.
Okay.
Like, add more events that could happen with Kawakami.
With Kawakami specifically.
Yeah, Kawakami.
And another playable character, maybe.
Yeah, I think I know. If there is a new playable character, it's gonna be.
You said the Shogi girl.
It's gonna be the Shogi girl because she was supposed to be a playable character.
Interesting. They didn't have enough time to add her or something. Interesting.
So
she's got the best social link ability.
Yeah.
You can swap characters. Dude, that's so useful.
she seemed like not a side character. She seemed like should have been part of the group. High school student.
Yeah. She reminded me of Yukiko in a lot of ways. She's like that prim, proper, innocent type girl.
Who destroys everyone at Shogi.
Yep. No mercy!
Okay, so
before we do the big topic, do we want to do anime discussion? I want to save the big topic for last.
Okay. Anime discussion. So, last week.
Yeah, timestamp it.
Timestamp. Forgot the timestamp the news, but that's easy.
It's very easy. 9 in there.
I'm done. Last week, I told Taylor that he didn't watch My First Girlfriend's a Gal.
Yes.
Yeah, he disappointed everyone.
Everybody that listens was disappointed.
Everyone was disappointed. I couldn't believe it. People left. We lost about 8,000 subscribers. It was the worst.
It was weird because we only had like 600 to begin with.
I know.
We have like negative subscribers.
It was
really
weird. Or YouTube just screwing with us.
Yeah.
He did it. He started watching it, and then the next day he started watching it, and then next day he was done with it. I'm like,
and I was caught up on Bunny Girl Senpai.
Yeah,
I just like marathoned anime all day.
I was like, what did you do?
And then I had a really bad headache at the end of the day.
I would get a bad headache too.
Yeah.
It's puberty syndrome.
That's the puberty syndrome. That's
It's
it.
affecting you. You're going through second puberty right now.
Yep.
So Taylor.
Yep.
How'd you like My First Girlfriend's a Gal? I want to hear your pure thoughts on it.
My pure thoughts? What about my unpure thoughts?
Your unpure thoughts could happen later.
It's, I mean, it was fine. It was like a silly little show. It was very anime. Mm-hmm. There's really no reason that they should be dating. He just like gets on his knees, like, oh, please go out with me. Oh, okay, I guess. And then they just start dating for like really no reason. And then that's like the typical harem anime where like the popular girl just randomly goes out with the big loser, and then everybody wants to date him, and it's like, why?
Except not everyone wants to date him. Only one other person.
The short hair girl is like testing him, and yeah,
the short hair girl's a jerk.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about
the
childhood friend
Oni, the little girl with like the boobs that are bigger than like her body.
Yeah.
God, that was so ridiculous. And then she starts dressing as a gal to kind of get him to like him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The thing that was kind of annoying is there was very clearly forced drama. Like, it wasn't natural drama.
Yeah, okay, yes. Yes, exactly. Keep going.
Like, he would be like, oh, she's just messing with me. And she's like, I'm not, why would you say that? Like, they just would make up drama, and then there'd be like 2 episodes where they're fighting. It's like, oh my God.
Okay, the thing is, she gets, like, at first, up to that point, like, it didn't make sense because she should have known that this is first girlfriend.
Yeah.
So he would have felt this way, and she should have thought about that.
Yeah.
Like, it was out of character. Like, her being mad about it was kind of out of character for her sister. For
yeah,
her.
like, you'd have to know, like, you're kind of messing with him in the first place. You should know that he probably feels like, oh, I don't belong here. You're just messing with me the whole time.
Mm-hmm. But she's definitely a gal that's the typical gal trope. She's pure of heart, even though she dresses like a gal.
Yeah, so there was another term called a Chad. Is that like the guy equivalent of a gal?
I guess. Like, they said Chad?
Yeah.
Oh, Chad's like the alpha male.
Okay.
Was it his loser friends that said it?
No, it was the so when they run into her like junior high friend that's all like handsome and stuff, it's like, oh, this Chad. And I'm like, is that his name? I thought that was his name.
No, that's Western translation, man. That's the Chad. Just search it online. It's just like the Chad Alpha, and the loser virgin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
interesting. But yeah, the end was kind of funny when they get in that big fight. Not the physical fight where they're defending him so he can go find her, and then it was a nice little happy end.
Nice little happy ending. And you're like, I feel feel accomplished. Do you agree that the main character at the beginning is kind of unbearable at first? Like, stop acting like this.
Yeah, just like your typical loser anime guy. But then he steps up and he defends her sometimes. So he grew a pair, as they said.
He grew a pair.
Yeah.
It's like, the story sounds kind of weird. It's an ecchi anime, but the story is a guy going out with his first girlfriend, but everything that happens to him is kind of hyperbole.
Yeah.
So it's like you understand. It's like your first girlfriend, you didn't know what to do. You could understand what he was going for.
Yep.
So it's interesting.
Silly little show. It was only 10 episodes. I thought it was 12 for some reason. Because like at the end, like I'm like, wait a minute, this is over? I thought there were 2 more episodes, and then it just ends. But it's fine.
Bunny Girl Senpai, is it still thumbs up?
Yeah. Maizimoto. Yeah, I got to that part, that whole arc, and then the Kaide arc, and then are they gonna? I don't know if there's more coming. I mean,
there's still more. There's more coming. Yeah.
There's no way that's the end.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Because like it's on episode 13 now, right? So I'm like, but there's so much more that I need to talk about. Is it like one more episode, or how long is this going for? I don't know. Can't wait for it.
Yep. There's a couple anime like that have a very like obvious like, oh, there's another season coming, and I'm still waiting for it. There's a show I watched that was, I think you might find interesting. It was called Classroom of the Elite.
I already watched it.
Oh, you watched it? Okay. Yeah, because that show does that too, where it feels like it kind of keep going.
It's probably because it was only the first arc of the story, like every anime.
Yep.
Like my youth romantic comedy. It's obviously there's a third arc in there because it ends on a cliffhanger. The second season, at least, ends on a cliffhanger. So give it to me, please. And Interview with Monster Girls. Book 5 and Book 6 past the anime.
So give it like another book or two, and then
yeah, I think we'll probably get it in like a year, probably in 2020. Cheese and crackers.
Cheese and crackers.
Or you get it now. I don't know. Maybe. Okay, so you gave me something to do too.
Yes. So last time we were talking about Shirobako, and then I was like, all right, so I know Lullacy lulled you to sleep, and now I'm like, get to the good part, get to the twist or whatever, and then see what happens. So
I was hooked before the twist.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
good.
I think the thing that turned me off to it was probably the time I was watching it. I was probably like something was happening in life, and I couldn't focus on it. 2, Hickory is really annoying in the first 3 episodes.
Yeah, he's just like he's a brat.
He's a brat, and then he becomes like extremely likable. You see him grow, which is good. As you said, the visuals are very good.
I love, me, I love anything water. So like all the underwater stuff is really nice.
The intro is very good. The intro song, just to say, are very good. The second season one is like
the piano.
Yeah.
I know you like the piano.
Fits perfectly. I feel kind of betrayed at the ending. I don't know why.
Betrayed. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why. I feel like there should be more. The typical. There needs to be an epilogue.
Yes, I totally agree because
I can't really. We can't really talk about it. It's just things happen.
Spoilers.
No spoilers. It's just things get resolved, kind of, but new things pop up.
Yeah, and you're like, I want to see where this goes.
Yeah, I want to see what happens. I want to see who he chooses.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious who you would choose. Because isn't that, I forget, remind me if this is how it ends, but doesn't somebody whisper something in somebody's ear and you never really find out what it is? Doesn't one of the girls whisper into Hikari's ear, and then you're like, oh, what did she say? And then you don't know. And then
no, she whispers something to a slug.
Yeah, well, I know that. I remember that whole...
That's like a huge part of the story.
But I thought she said it to him at the very end, and then you...
No, they just look at the sunset, and then it just ends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that you've seen...
Okay, no. Okay, I remember you were talking about, like, the scenes. Like, one of my favorite confession scenes or scenes is this thing that happens between Kaname and someone else.
Yeah.
That didn't happen yet. That happens in like the end of the series.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's fine. I was watching it, and I'm like, oh, this is the scene he was talking about.
Okay.
I get.
Dang, because you said you had 2 episodes left. I'm like, I thought like pretty quickly after the twist or whatever, that's what happened.
No, it's it's when he realizes that Chisaki has feelings for other people.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, because he likes her.
Yeah, because he has always liked her, and he's never been able to. And apparently he's put up a front this entire time, and then he kind of breaks down, and that's why she's there.
I thought that was the coolest scene though, because she's like the little side kid, the friend of the little sister or whatever. And you're like, oh, nobody's gonna care about her, and then she missed him the most. I just thought that was like the coolest moment. Because you're right. He's just like, I gotta be the tough, polite guy. Like, I put my feelings aside for my friends, and then somebody actually likes him. Like, oh yes, he got his due. He got it. Yes.
I still think Chisaki got like the worst of it though, because she grew up without them.
Yeah, that sucked.
I think we should put a spoiler warning on this.
But overall, liked it. Good show.
Yeah, it's a really good show. You should go watch it. None of the spoilers I said weren't really spoilers.
Yeah. It's weird. On Crunchyroll, they actually have two separate things, like, because in Japanese it's called Nagino.
It's under. I think the Japanese voiceover is under the Japanese name, and I think the English one, one's gone because it wasn't Funimation that did it.
I don't remember. You know who I think actually did that was NIS America. They randomly will do anime stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I don't. Maybe they had an agreement with Crunchyroll or something like that, but. So what? Her name's not actually Monica. It's like pronounced something. It's like
it's Monica. It's Manaka.
Manaka.
Yeah,
is how they say it. But then in the English dub, they kept calling her Monica. I'm like, her name's not Monica. It's Manaka. There's a difference.
There's a difference.
It's like Takamaki and Takamaki. So stupid. Well, I don't know what to. I'm rewatching Toradora. I don't know what to challenge you with next, because I feel like most of the things that I've watched that are like actually good, you probably watched already.
Okay, figure out something that.
Oh, I know what you should watch.
Okay,
I actually have a good one. You should watch a show called Scum's Wish. It's on Amazon Prime.
Prime.
You have Prime, right?
I do have Prime, but it's a pain to watch. I have it on my tablet. Scum's Wish.
Scum's Wish.
All right.
Do you want me to at least tell you what the premise is?
Yes.
Okay, so the premise is that there's there's a couple, they're dating each other, but they both openly have said that they like their teachers. And so they secretly are like, we're just sort of using each other until we can get with our teachers. It's a really weird show. Okay. But yeah, it's not like jokey, etchy, like gal or mysterious girlfriend. It's like kind of serious, like more of a serious tone. So, and that's only 12 episodes, so I think you should watch that.
Okay.
Scum's Wish.
Well, you're gonna hate me for this.
Okay, what are you gonna say? Like you're gonna Brand Blue or something?
No, you're gonna watch Monster Musume.
Oh no, I hate that show.
All right, I know you haven't. I know you watched like the first episode, like part of it, and you couldn't get through it. So I'm like, this one is perfect.
Oh no,
you're gonna watch all of it.
Yeah, because the first episode it opens with like the snake girl like wrapping up the guy or whatever. I'm like, no, good, no, I can't. And then there's a spider girl. I'm like, no.
Spider girl's at the end. Don't worry about that. Okay. But I wonder if it's uncensored yet. If you get to watch the uncensored version, I'm going to laugh so hard.
How do I always watch the weird anime? Nick gets to watch the good ones.
Because I know I've seen Monster Musume. I've watched the entire thing. I know what it's like. Even though it's like sometimes you sort of like, you know what, I'm gonna watch trash. There you go. We watch some trash.
All right.
So you get,
well, we have several weeks till the next episode, so maybe we should recommend a few shows.
All right.
So I say, what did I say? Scum's Wish.
Scum's Wish.
And then I might have to show you how to spell this, but you should also watch Suki Gekirei.
I think I have that already on my
review. That is just like a pure good. Wholesome romance.
You keep sending me all these good ones, and I'm like, you know what? You're gonna watch. You're gonna watch this hentai.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Monster Musume. What else?
A Sister's All You Need.
Okay, that's not as bad. I don't think
it's not as bad. No, no. Monster Musume, it's like borderline hentai.
Jeez.
No, you.
Just face palm. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna finish watching.
Well, Kraft loves it, so you know we're in for a
He
treat.
likes his, animal monster girls. So.
And the Spider Girl.
And the Spider Girl. Nope. So I'm gonna finish watching Toradora, and then I'll go watch this.
All right.
I think this is the third time I'm watching Toradora. It's so good.
I've been there.
Characters are so good.
They need to finish the damn manga. It's been going since 2011 and still isn't done.
They're just taking their time. Right now, I'm on the beach episode where they go to the beach house.
It's much better than that.
Is it?
Yep.
Minorin.
Because Golden Time manga started after Toradora and ended.
Oh, it's over now?
Yeah, it's over.
Oh, okay.
It's finished.
Golden Time, I feel like I need to rewatch too. See, I actually like anime where they actually show the relationship. It's not them like getting to know each other, and then in the last episode they, ask him out or whatever.
Like Shuffle.
Shuffle, oh god, that Shuffle got really weird because at the beginning it was like kind of like a cute little harem, but then they like get into
The magic.
Yeah, and all that stuff, and I'm like, this is like
you get
what I signed up
into
for.
the Primula arc,
Oh,
and
the
then right
Primula,
after
oh my
that
God.
you get into she chooses a girl arc.
And then Kaide is like a psycho or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
It's all backstory
she
stuff.
loses her mind.
Just don't worry about it. Stop. Don't watch anime. Play the game. You get to nail Asa Senpai on a window. It's fine.
It's fine.
Right? Weird game.
All
Weird game.
right.
Good anime though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shuffle. Yeah, Shuffle's good. It's not too etchy. There's some scenes with like underwear and whatever, but
It's not really etchy, but it was made during the era where anime allowed boobs.
Mhm.
So you see some boobs sometime.
Yeah, there was that transition period.
Yes, that transition period. It was before Sony.
Before Sony ruined everything.
Did you see that they censored? I don't know if this is real, but A puts the picture where he showed what's her called, Nep Nep, and she's holding the stick and it's zoomed in, and I'm like, what? Are you not allowed to see panties now?
Nope, you're not. I don't know if you saw me post this on the Nintendo chat, but you know how they censored Mithra in Smash?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, why did they censor Mithra when Zero Suit Samus is basically in a bikini? Like, that makes no sense to me.
Well, they have bigger busts, more curvy.
Still, dude,
I don't
her
know.
thighs are thick.
I don't know. Do you know that they got rid of Palutena's open skirt? They closed it a little bit. So
Really?
you can, yep.
Wow.
So the world's becoming more Puritan.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of the right conservative religious people,
Mm-hmm.
it's the crazy lefties doing it this time.
It's all shifting,
So remember the 90s? Okay. Remember the 90s? Yeah, it's happening again.
Mm-hmm. It's okay. We can censor ourselves, Sony. We're adults.
Yeah, we're adults. We get to choose what we want to buy. If we want to buy the game where you're like a teacher that gets to do with students, allow us to do it.
Yes.
I just did a very vague term because I couldn't think of one off the top of my head.
If we want to play a game where we run a bakery with cat girls, just let us.
There's already Steam censoring the boobs. You don't need to put more Steam in there.
Gosh.
God.
Jeez.
Jesus.
All right. Any more anime?
That's it, all right.
We're done?
No, I've watched that. What am I watching now?
Got to look up your Crunchyroll account.
Yeah. I was going to start something. I don't know what I'm getting into.
So have you watched Convenience Store Boyfriend?
Yes, I have.
That was a good one. I like that one.
That one is very slow. That takes like 4 episodes for like one thing to happen. But it is good. You need to have patience for that.
Yeah.
I'm amazed that you liked it because it was so slow.
I don't know. I feel like if there's a good payoff, it's kind of worth it, I guess. See, slowness with anime and games is very different because anime, you can finish the whole thing in like 6 hours.
Here's one you could watch as well. You could watch it in an hour and like a half. The entire series.
Banana?
No, please tell me Galgo-chan.
Galco-chan. I've watched a couple episodes. That one's, yeah.
It's
weird.
Yeah.
Are those all your shows in your queue?
Yeah.
That's an insane amount of shows.
No, I've already watched like most of these.
And get them out of your queue.
No, I want to have it's like, my queue is like my shortcut list. It's like I want to watch this. Okay, it's there. Where is it?
For me, as soon as I'm done with the show, get rid of it.
Nope.
Remove.
I'm not gonna do that.
SSSS Gridman, maybe? I'm trying to think of what else from this season.
Oh, there it is. A Bridge to the Starry Skies. That's where I started, and I was like, I didn't even like. It was from yesterday, and yesterday was a really long shift, and I slept like 3 hours. So I got home, I turned it on, and then I just disappeared from the world for a bit. And then I woke up, and I'm like, oh, Taylor's here. That's weird.
That's weird.
I still got Fastest Finger first. That sounds dirty. I have Radiant. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. Tsukigekure right there. Denkai Guy. Denki Guy.
That's like that Honda-san, but it's actually a show with characters. Do you know what that is? Honda-san?
No.
Oh, it's skeleton or skull-face bookseller Honda-san. It's like it's what Shirobako did for anime, but it does that for like manga stores.
I totally forgot. Okay, and I finished Zombieland Saga, and that was interesting. Kin Moza is also one I haven't watched yet.
Oh my god, that's got to be Abe's favorite show of all time. It's just a bunch of lolly girls doing lolly things.
Speaking of Abe, right there,
my first girlfriend. Oh yeah, the lolly guy. That's all I could think of.
It's like this is the Abe character.
Yep.
A new game. I forgot I started that.
I haven't watched the second season. I watched the first one, but I haven't got around to the second one.
But that's it. I haven't picked what I want to watch. I haven't looked up. I haven't gone through the list of anime and it's like, I want to try that. I want to try that. I want to try that. I want to try that.
Well, there's got to be a new season starting up in the next
very soon.
Couple weeks, probably. Yeah. I love that. As soon as one's over, just roll right into the next one, baby.
I still got stuff to watch from the other stuff. That's why I don't really care about seasonal anime because it's like if it's good, I watch it. Except for Bunny Girl Senpai, I had to watch that. But I watched that like halfway through the season. I started watching.
That's good because then you can just marathon.
Exactly.
Episodes. That's how I had to watch it. It was really good, and I was like, there's like 3 episode arcs in this show. So what I would do is I would just wait for like 3 episodes to come out, and then I would watch them all, and then just wait for the next 3. That seemed to work out pretty well.
There's so much stuff that needs to happen in that anime, and I just want to know if they're gonna do it or not.
They're not gonna do it.
I don't know. It might end next week, man.
They'll be over.
It might end tomorrow.
No. Wednesday, I think, is usually when it comes out.
And it's gonna end Wednesday.
Tomorrow when the episode comes out.
Actually, I think no. I don't think the episode's gonna come out on Christmas because no one's gonna listen to it. It's gonna come out Wednesday.
It's true.
All right, so let's move to our topic, Taylor.
Okay, so this should take up the remainder of the podcast since there's no questions or anything like that. So last week, we did Game of the Year stuff, most surprised, most disappointed, all that stuff. So this week, we're counting down our most anticipated games of 2019. And these are games that we had a little discussion. They're games that either have a definitive date or like we're pretty sure are going to come out. Like Nick's like the next Tales game. And I'm like, no, that's not even announced yet. So like stuff like that, we kind of left off the top 10. I think Nick has some honorable mentions, but so I'm going to try to explain this the best I can. As it goes, it'll probably make more sense. So we each made a top 10 list, and depending on how it was ranked, they were given a point value. So for example, if somebody put game number 1, it was given 10 points. If it was number 2, I got 9 points, and then so on. And so I combined both me and Nick's list, and now we have one big list. And there were a crossover of 4 games, I think. So there's a total of 16 games. And so you said you had some honorable mentions you want to toss out before we actually get to the main list?
I said the honorable mentions are Final Fantasy VII Remake, lol. New Tales game, lol.
Yeah.
And Cold Steel 3.
I think there is a slim chance, but I don't know about
that. All those have a slim chance.
Yeah. The one honorable mention I had that I think I'll play come out soon, but just didn't quite make the cut is Etrian Odyssey Nexus. Probably the last 3DS game I'll ever buy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure I've said that before.
Yeah,
that I'll probably keep buying them. But I love Etrian Odyssey games, and they're fun. So
I'd say that all 3 of the games that I picked, I have the more honorable mentions. Mm-hmm. Those are games that we're definitely going to get info next year.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So
absolutely. Okay, so starting at number 15 is a tie for both our number 10 games, just because that's how it worked out. So I'll do mine first. So number 10, I have Anthem. And I knew you were going to scoff. I knew it. So I probably would have had this higher, but there's just so many question marks about this game. I I'm interested in it in the same reason that I loved Monster Hunter World this year so much, because if I can get a group of people to play, I think that'd be really fun. And it's basically Iron Man versus dinosaurs. You're just flying around, fighting things, probably doing dungeons and bosses and stuff like that. You can customize your armor. But, BioWare is, I think if this game bombs, they're going to close BioWare.
Yeah.
Because, they have a bunch of little satellite studios, and I think they're just going to close them all. Which is crazy, because at some point, it's like, well, what does EA even put out if they just start closing all these studios? But
I could tell you one thing about that game that you need to know about. One big, huge fact.
Yeah.
It's made by EA.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
Okay.
It means automatic -5.
Okay.
All right? Just think about it that way.
Think about it.
It could still be a 5 out of 10, and that'd be, good. It'd be a good game in EA's standpoint, but still -5.
The other thing I want to go back to is there is some weird revisionist history with Dragon Age Inquisition. I remember that game won Game of the Year at the Game Awards. Tons of people loved that game, but then in the year since, they were like, oh yeah, that game's trash. I'm like, where did this all come from? That game was awesome. That was my favorite game of that year. And for some reason,
everywhere I read it, it's awful.
Yeah, I don't know why people. It's a super good game, and it won a lot of Game of the Year awards. I don't know where this all came from.
Because it's mainstream schlock.
That's it. But I just like the exploration, the character customization. I don't know. I thought it was a really good game. But Anthem. It's low on the list because I just don't know. That's not going to be a day one purchase. I'm going to wait for the reviews, watch some streams. I'm going to wait on that one. Plus, there's a bunch of other games coming out around there. So yeah. Other things to play. So next game I probably would have put on my list, but I was not convinced that it was going to come out this year. So Nick's number 10 and also tied for 15th. He has Grand Blue Fantasy Relink / Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. So why did you put these games on your list?
Because of Versus.
Because of Versus. It's another Arc System Works fighting game.
Yeah. And it's anime, and it might be Waifu Wars. We don't know. Mm-hmm. So it's interesting to see. And the game looks fun. I mean, not Relink looks fun. So
yeah, after watching that bit of footage, it's more on your radar now. Mm-hmm. Excited about it.
It's because I don't get excited for games that often.
Yeah.
So I was like, what should I pick? I'm kind of excited for this game, so I'm looking forward to seeing more info about it.
Sure.
So it was hard to pick 10. I messaged you, he's like, can it be 5? No, we could have picked 10. So
yeah, I mean, for me, if this had even just a 2019 date, I probably would have put it in my top 5. It would have been way up there, but I just wasn't sure that it was going to come out this year. Okay, so next on our list, number 14 was my number 9 pick, Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice, which is the next From Software game. It's think of a more high action Dark Souls, I guess. Apparently, this started as a Tenchu game. If you remember Tenchu from, I think that was a PS1 series. Mm-hmm. Super bloody, yeah. But this is more about parrying and kind of playing a little. It's like a mix of both offense and defense, and you have a grappling hook, which is always fun.
Always fun to have a grappling hook.
Yeah, and it's ancient Japan setting, which we don't nearly have enough of those.
Well, we're getting a lot of them now.
Yeah, dude, we're gonna get a ton. Neo 2, another game that I'll be talking about, and I think it's time to get that Assassin's Creed ancient Japan game.
No, we don't need Ubisoft. Screw that. It's fine. Yeah, just get rid of it. We're getting actually good, classic Japan games.
And Onimusha remaster too.
Yeah. Or we're gonna a new Onimusha. That's what's gonna happen.
Probably. They're probably trying to judge. And
judge that's like, do these people like this? And then we're gonna get a Resident Evil 2 remake kind of thing.
That'd be awesome. So yeah, Shadows Die Twice. That's coming out in March. It's really weird that Activision's publishing that. That doesn't seem like an Activision game because they put out Destiny, Call of Duty, and then they cut all their licensed titles. They don't do any of the licensed games anymore. So I'm wondering why they decided to do this. Get some goodwill with the gamers.
I don't know. Maybe From Software was shooting, selling out its things. You know what? I bet Sony was we already have our own, so you go away. Mm-hmm. Xbox was Japan doesn't even like us, so you go away. Mm. And Nintendo's this won't work on our system. Go away. Well,
they do Dark Souls with Bandai Namco, so
it's Dark Souls though.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm glad it exists. It looks cool. It's going to be hard. I think it's going to be a very annoying game, but I'm willing to give it a try.
We're going to hear Taylor go, oh!
Yeah, that's pretty much what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. All right, that's number 14. Next, we have a tie for 12th. So we're going to have several ties. So at 12th, we have Nick's, 10, 9, 8, 7. So we have both of our 7th picks. So for your 7th pick, you have World of Warcraft Classic. Tell me about why you're excited about WoW Classic.
It's WoW Classic.
What were you looking at?
I was like, what? I saw Warcraft up there. I'm like, wait, why is it down there? I'm like, oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's WoW Classic.
So when did you stop playing WoW?
Burning Crusade.
Really? That long ago? You didn't even play with Frozen Throne or whatever the heck it was called?
The Wrath of the Lich King?
Wrath of the Lich King. Yeah.
I did play that with Brian for a bit, but the real bulk was just vanilla.
Okay.
So I played that, and then just I look at it now, and I mean I watch Maddie play it, and it's just like damage numbers everywhere. I could do everything at once. And it's just like that's not how WoW was.
Yeah. So bring it back to the basics.
Yeah. WoW is going to. It's like I see that wolf, and there's a wolf right over there. Okay, I'm gonna pull this one. Oh no, I pulled that one. I'm gonna die. That's what WoW was all about.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, I can't do this alone because there's too many mobs everywhere and they keep swarming me. Hey, look, there's that guy over there. Hey, you want to group up? You don't see that in WoW anymore.
It's true.
So I like the classic WoW stuff. That's the only, and plus it's it was on my bottom end of the list. I was like, what am I excited for? I'm excited to see WoW Classic.
Give it a try. Play for a month, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, you know, when their fans were trying to get a classic server, I think people just want that moment in time. Because that was like one of my favorite times to play games was when I was really into WoW, playing with Brian, getting into raiding, stuff like that. That was so much fun. Like end of Burning Crusade, beginning of Lich King.
I know a lot,
like the best.
I know a lot of new WoW players scoff at the idea. It's like, oh, you have to run the places now. It's like, yeah, you have to actually explore the world. You explore the world. It's like, wow, there's this campfire over there. Why is that there? There's this really random mob that's here. Why is that there?
This was like before open world games. This was like the first big open world game.
No, this was just an MMO, Taylor. Stop it.
But I'm saying like now we have like everything's an open world game. This was like the one that introduced a lot of people to MMOs and stuff like that. I mean, I had never played a game like that before. I remember it was so cool. I'm like, I'm going to get on the boat. I'm going to cross the continent. I thought it was like the coolest thing.
I remember just randomly on this server. I think it was on that one. Yeah, I was on the server. And I remember seeing in general chat, everyone's like, we're going to the Crossroads. Who wants to come?
Oh my God, Crossroads.
And I was in Iron Forge. We're like, all right, let's go. And you had like, we all ran from Iron Forge into like the tram. And we went from the tram to Stormwind and just went on this boat. And then we started running to Crossroads.
That's awesome.
And it took like an hour and something, and we were like, okay, ready? Let's go! And we just ran all these people went into Crossroads. All I know is like, oh, I died in 2 hits. That's fine. This is cool anyway. There's all these things happening.
Yeah, that stuff's super fun. See, that's what I love. Those like cool moments like that. Or like when they were opening the gates of Encourage and you had to like, there was all these world events and stuff. My all-time favorite raid is Karazhan. Because it was the first 10-man raid. Everything was before that was 40 or 30.
They're gonna be 40 again.
Oh, I'm sure. But it was that group of friends. You know, I was playing with Josh and Brian and some other people, and we were just on Vent or TeamSpeak or whatever it was back then. Every night.
Ventrilo.
Oh my gosh, that was just so much fun. Good times. All right. So the other number 12, my 7th.
Oh, the preferences. I forgot to say this. This is not just JRPGs. This is like all.
Yeah, this is all games because we'll be playing more than just JRPGs, as we've already kind of made obvious.
Yep.
So my number 7 and the other number 12 game is Ghost of Tsushima, which is Sucker Punch's next game, and I'm pretty sure that game's coming out next year because Second Son came out early 2014. So by next year, that will have been 4 years. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 4 years.
Around 5, 4.
Oh yeah, it'll have been 5 years. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so they're definitely due for that game to come out. I get it. Making a new IP is hard. You got to like make new systems, and they probably have a new engine and stuff like that. But that's also this is the game.
It's been 5 years since Second Son.
I know, that was like a launch game pretty much.
I'm still remembering when the PS4 came out and it was like the new thing.
Yeah.
That was at the freaking apartment too.
It was. I remember playing Watch Dogs.
Yep. Awful game.
Yeah. It was fun to mess around. But yes, man, this game just looks super cool. It's like open world, like ancient Japan samurai game, and it's got, a developer, a top tier developer. Like we've had some other Ninja Samurai games, like the Dynasty Warriors games, or like Neo. I know people are going to bring up Neo, but this is like seems like totally different. So I'm just excited to explore that world. It seems like there's some stealth stuff, because I remember from that demo at E3, he sneaks up to that building and he's like killing guys from the roof and stuff like that, and they're chopping limbs off. It looks crazy. Looks real crazy.
Looks a lot of fans of feudal Japan will be happy.
Oh yeah. And the details, dude. Like I remember when they were having that sword fight and all the leaves were falling down. Like just the details and the lighting just looks
PS5
crazy.
game.
It might be a cross-gen game. But yeah, that game looks super good. All right, next. This is a 3-way tie for number 9.
What the heck?
So this first game was, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is Nick's sixth game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sixth game. I'm also excited for this. I just didn't put it on the list. That's Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition. So tell me about that game. What's definitive about it?
It is the PS3 version that the West never got, so there's a lot more content. It's not a beta like the Xbox 360 version is. It actually feels complete. Has another character, Pirate Lolly. And I bet you this has more skits, more side quests, and it's
going to run better.
It's going to run better. It's going to be fun.
It'll be good.
You could totally... I don't know if you felt it when you played the Vesperia on 360. Well, when I played it, it just felt like this wasn't complete.
I never beat it, but up until when I played what I played, I didn't feel incomplete to me. I know you said the story, sort of, the ending, it wasn't great.
I don't even remember the ending.
I just know every time we talk about the game, you said you hate the ending, so...
Just like, what? I don't even remember the story. Something about monsters and shields and stuff, and I don't remember.
They make a guild. I remember Carol wanted to make a guild.
Yeah, he wanted to be a guild. Like, guilds are like mercenary groups.
But that was the last Tales game that had the classic world map system, where like you're bigger than the town or whatever, So I'm excited to get back to that. The thing I'm bummed about is they recast Yuri. It's not going to be Troy Baker. And Troy Baker even said, he's like, they didn't even ask me. I would have done it, but nobody asked me. So they just recast him for no reason, I guess. But everybody else is coming up.
He's too cool for it.
Too cool. But he said...
Well, maybe because they knew he was going to cost too much money.
Maybe. They're like, oh, we don't even want to bother.
You probably don't notice a difference.
No, I don't know. Probably not. It's probably Matthew Mercer. He redoes all the Troy Baker stuff. Okay, so I'll do mine. So this was, I guess, my number 6, right? Yeah, Devil May Cry 5. I'm hyped for this game. It's going to be cool. I remember I went crazy at E3 because I thought it was Resident Evil 2 at first, but
we still got Devil May Cry and Resident Evil.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like super behind on like the core Devil May Cry series. I played 1 and 2, didn't play 3 or 4, and then I played DMC, the Ninja Theory game, which is like separate canon or whatever. So I either need to watch a video or go back and play 3 and 4.
Don't you have the collection?
On PS2.
Yeah, you have the collection on PS2, right?
Yeah, but I want to play it in HD. I can't play it on PS2.
I can't. Can't do it. Please. Or you could just do the Framemeister.
Could do that.
That knockdown, I gotta pick that up.
Yeah, but no, it looks neat. Freaking Dante can use his motorcycles as weapons. It just like looks so crazy over the top.
It looks cool. It's just I never played a Devil May Cry, so
I love those kind of character action games. Anything that Platinum makes, and I'm confident this game is going to be good because Capcom has been like just killing it the last 3 years. I think they really got their groove back with Resident Evil 7, and then last year we got Monster Hunter World and Mega Man 11, which are both really good. Did you play Mega Man 11?
Not yet.
Oh, you didn't play it? Oh,
I need to, but I haven't yet.
It's good. It's good.
I think I will soon.
And then next year we're getting DMC 5, Resident Evil 2, and Onimusha HD. They're just on a roll. So I feel like this game's going to be really good. So next was a game that was on both of our lists. It was number 8 on yours and number 9 on mine. And that's Sakuna of Rice and Ruin. Now, a lot of people watching this probably don't know what this game is. So how would you describe...
I don't even know what this game is.
You don't even know what it is?
No. It's that... it's like a platforming game, like a platforming fighter game with Harvest Moon kind of thing going on. So
that's what it looks like.
That's what it looks like. I don't know if that's actually what it is, but it looks cool, and if it has a chance of being one of those life simulator kind of games, plus the action-y. Like you have to, instead of just, you know how Atelier games, you go on the map and you go to this area, then you do your gathering stuff. You actually have to travel to the area you need to go to, and that's like a platforming level.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Because I always thought that would be a neat concept, because that's what I like about Persona. It's the dichotomy of doing the dungeon crawling turn-based combat, but then you have the life sim stuff. So I'm like, why isn't there like a side-scrolling action game that does that? So that's what this looks like. There's like a side-scrolling action platforming part to it, and then you have like a farm where you harvest, I guess, rice.
Just rice,
and maybe other things, I don't know. But it looks cool, and Xseed's putting it out. And I thought it was supposed to come out this year, but it got delayed, I think. So it's coming out early next year.
Like Remulor.
Remulor, that's also a game.
That is also a game.
That is a game that is probably, I would say, anticipated, but it's a little
that is a game that is being made, yes.
That's a game that's coming out. That's a thing that's real. Right, Nick, you son of a gun. All right, so 1, 2, I totally should have numbered these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so Nick's number 5 game and number 8 on our total list is Warcraft 3 Reforged. I know you've been asking for this game for a long time. It's finally coming out.
No,
so why
I said is what they need to do is they need to remake Warcraft 1, 2, and 3 in like a new engine, and then remake it.
Yeah.
And just do like a completely new, like, retell the story. They're doing that, but just for Warcraft 3.
Ah, okay. And you said they're sort of retconning some things to kind of tie in with World of Warcraft?
Yeah, they're like changing things up so it's not, it's like it ties with World of Warcraft stuff. So it's, things make more, like, flow better to World of Warcraft.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
So they're going to change some missions and stuff like that, and some story elements. And instead of just the portraits going, when they're walking, when they're talking,
it's gonna actually match.
It's actually going to probably, but it's actually going to be like a cutscene.
Oh,
so
okay.
Like actual cutscenes. That's gonna be cool.
Are they also adding the map maker or whatever?
Yeah, the map maker's coming back, and apparently everything's going to be compatible with the classic version.
Oh wow!
So if you make something in the classic version, it should be easily transferable to Reforged.
Nice. That's a cool feature.
Yeah, so you're able, if you have Classic and I have Reforged, we could play against each other.
Oh, wow. That's neat.
Yeah, so that's what they're doing. Like, I just noticed, I watched someone called Grubber, I think his name is, Grubby, who does Warcraft 3 streams, and apparently they're still updating that game.
Wow.
So I think it's just the team that's doing the Reforged stuff it's updating.
Sweet.
Warcraft 3.
That's pretty cool.
Just Warcraft, you can't go wrong with Warcraft 3. Warcraft 3 was like 3 summers. There's 3 amazing summers where I'd wake up, hang out with my friends, and then we'll all go home and play Warcraft 3 together.
All the custom apps or like actual games?
Both.
Mostly
custom apps. Because there's so many of them. We're like, oh, look, there's like Pokemall. Let's play Pokemall.
Pokemall, Winter Mall. Oh my god, I remember all that stuff.
There's so many different malls. And Footman Wars and stuff like that. And I tried making my own game called Skeleton Wars. Had people play it. Good times.
Cool. Yeah, I know a lot of people were excited about that one when that got announced.
Oh, when it got announced, so happy. Like, yeah. I was like, yes. Too bad Blizzard's falling apart now.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried about them. I
think Activision's really effing them up right now.
Because, the CEO stepped down and they're doing all this other stuff. It seems like they're really putting a lot more focus on mobile games.
Just shake my head, Activision, Blizzard. Shake my head.
You're ruining one of the purest, best companies in games.
It's what happens when Activision or EA buys you. Yeah.
Okay, number 7 on our collective list, and number 4 on mine.
Didn't even touch it.
The Last of Us Part 2. I'm super excited about this one. I just love anything Naughty Dog. They have yet to let me down. I've never played a bad Naughty Dog game, or even like a subpar Naughty Dog game. They've all been great. And it seems like I don't know how they keep one-upping themselves. It's like crazy. You'd think they make a bad game at some point.
I think this one's going to be it.
You think so? And that's what people were saying with Uncharted 4. Like, Uncharted 4 is going to be bad. Oh, no, that was good. Okay.
It was good, but I still think this one's good.
Did you play Uncharted 4?
Yeah, I loved Uncharted 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Uncharted 4 was awesome. A little long. But yeah, this one, like, when they showed the demo at E3, it looked like
Unreal.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was real. Like, so there's that part when she's going into that like drugstore or whatever, she's hiding, and all the guys walking like, you go that way, and I'm like, how could there be like AI that knows how to do that?
Because it's not real. That's what I said. It is not real. It's not. The game is not going to be that detailed. I bet you.
Is it?
No, it's not going to be. It's gonna have like things like that, but it's not going to be like perfectly animated and everything. There's going to be some jank to it.
Sure. Yeah. You can't make a whole game like that. That's too much. But I'm curious how they're going to continue the story, because there's been hints like Joel's in it. They haven't shown him really, except from that teaser. But I'm curious how they're going to continue the story. I remember the first Last of Us. I remember I bought it. I do this with every Naughty Dog game. I take the day off and I just sit down and I play it all day. I just wake up really early, close all the blinds, shut all the windows. Like, don't talk to me. I'm just going to sit down and play this all day.
Aren't you lucky that you're self-employed now?
Yeah. But I did it anyway back when I was working for somebody else.
That's true.
I did that with Last of Us and Uncharted 4. Although it took me 2 days because Uncharted 4 was a lot longer than I expected.
Yeah, so good times.
Yeah.
I just have a feeling that the story of Last of Us is going to be so far up its own ass. It's going to be like, oh my God, please.
What do you mean with like the SJW stuff?
It's going to be woke of us.
What's that even mean? Woke of us?
Yeah, people would understand what I'm talking about. That's why I get a feeling like that. It's just whenever I see like Neil Druckmann talk about this game and the stuff they show, it's like, oh, please don't just stop.
We'll see. Yeah, I wonder if people are going to be, because I remember they like, I don't know if retcon's the right word, but they did that spin-off game, the Lost Legacy with Chloe and Nadine, and people apparently, like, after the fact, they made them like a lesbian couple or something like that. I'm like, what? Why?
No, they didn't make them that.
Fans were shipping
them.
Oh, okay.
And then they, I guess, because they're woke, they like to, they like the art, and they're like, oh, thank you.
Okay, because I remember somebody was complaining, like, why does everybody have to be a lesbian in your games now? Like, why can't it just be like?
Just remember, if you're close friends and you're the same sex, you're gay for each other.
That's true.
That's why Mikleo.
Not that there's anything wrong.
That's why Mikleo and Soraya they need the kiss. This is why this is what the world thinks now.
It's true. But hey, not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, it's not. What's wrong with it is that people keep saying, "Oh, they're gay." It's like, no, they don't have to be. I mean, it's nothing wrong with that. It's just they're not gonna be. They can be close friends.
It's fine,
Maddie.
It's fine.
I want Maddie to come in here. She would argue about it too.
She'd be the upsets.
That spin-off just doesn't make sense to me.
The Lost Legacy?
Yeah.
Well,
why is it Nadine? Couldn't it have been like Elena and Chloe?
Yeah. I don't know.
I know why. Because they needed a black woman to be in there.
Look at this woke SOB. All right, let's move on. Let's stop getting ourselves in trouble. All right, so this is our last tie before we actually just start getting into the top three. So we have a three-way tie for number 4. Nick's number 3 game was Doom Eternal. Tell me about Doom Eternal, Nick.
It's Doom Eternal.
Okay, moving on. No, but what's different about it?
Just more of this, better, faster. It looks like there's more movement options. So it's like there's a grappling hook for the shotgun. You could grapple onto things and like spin around, do this crazy crap. And you have a meter, like 3 meter dash where you could dash around, do dashes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more air combat.
Oh, that's cool.
It looks crazier. It has more demons from Doom 2. So the Doom 2 demons are back in, or Arachnotrons, the mini spider.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mastermind. They have the Pain Elemental, which shoots lost souls. New Marines, not Doom Marines, but new infected Marines and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
They have arc file. That son of a bitch. The monster that you see at the end of the trailer, you know, where he like has a flame all over himself.
Yeah.
So
Very cool. So I think it's been 2 years. I think we can spoil it. How does Doom end? How does the first one end? Because this one looks like they completely have invaded Earth now.
that's what happens in Doom.
Because the whole game, the point of the game is you're on Mars, right?
Mhm.
And you're trying to prevent the demons from coming to Earth, right?
We don't know how they got invaded because it doesn't. You get resealed.
Oh, that's how Doom ends?
Mhm.
You get resealed?
It's like we'll wake you up when we need you again.
Oh, so you like stop the invasion or whatever.
You stop Olivia Pierce.
Oh, she's like the one in charge of everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you stop her, come back, and then you get like betrayed by the certain someone, and not really betrayed, but it seems like you are, and then you get resealed, and then that's how it ends.
Oh, okay.
So we'll find out what happens.
Okay. Cool.
But it's like Doom 2. Doom 1 is like you did the same thing. You stopped the Doom invasion, but then you see Earth, and Earth's already been invaded.
Oh,
So.
crazy.
But it looks like Doom Eternal is going to be in a bunch of different places. So it's going to be on Mars, on Phobos, on Earth. Apparently it's going to go to a demon world or another alien world.
Oh, crazy.
So
All right.
there's going to be a lot of things going on in that story. It's going to be out of this world. But I love Doom. So
Doom's good.
Doom. I didn't expect much from Doom 4, but I played it and it turned out to be amazing. So I have no...
I think that was most people's expectation. Like, oh, come on, this is going to be bad. And then it's like, oh my God.
It's like it's really, really good. If it's more of that, I'm fine.
I'm sure it is. Okay, so my number 3 pick was Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Fire Emblem has slowly been rising the ranks to one of my favorite franchises.
So how many have you beaten?
So I beat Fates, both sides of Fates. I beat Awakening, and I beat Warriors, which I know is not a real game, but
Look at this fake fan, you know.
yeah,
Doesn't even
I'm
play
the
it.
newbie Fire Emblem normie fan. I'm the waifu Emblem fan.
I mean, he likes Lynn, but doesn't even know. It hasn't even played the game she's from. I played the game she's from.
Jeez. Yeah,
Fire Emblem 1 on Game Boy Advance. It's not Fire Emblem 1, but it's the first Fire Emblem.
Shadow
the West ever
Dragon
got.
is what they call it.
It's just called Fire Emblem on Game Boy Advance in the West.
Oh.
So
I want to go back and play them, but
no, you won't.
sometimes.
Guys, do you think Taylor would be able to stand the original Fire Emblems on the Game Boy Advance?
Probably not.
He'd be like, "This game is too hard. Everything's permadeath.
Okay.
There's no casual mode. There's no Taylor mode for you." It was hard. I remember I lost. I was playing my own version. I didn't know there was permadeath, and I remember I got to a point where all my guys are dead, and I had no one. And I'm like, how the heck are you supposed to beat this game? But I was also a little kid, so
I guess I appreciate how they've making it more accessible for people. Because I mean, Final Fantasy Tactics didn't have permadeath. They had the crystals.
they did. But you had a way to resurrect them, and if
Right.
they were dead while the thing was over, and but they're still on the map,
Yeah.
they wouldn't die completely.
Yeah.
This is oh, you're dead. No, you're gone. Can't resurrect them or anything.
And then in the new ones, I think if they die, they just retreat or whatever. You might be able to revive them. I don't remember. I forget how it works. But anyway,
It's like in Valkyria Chronicles where they get blown away. They're like, "Ah!" and their body's flying everywhere.
yeah,
And they're on the ground, and then you rescue them. It's like, okay, I'll be back in a second.
yeah. I love the ragdoll physics. Though. It's so funny.
I just remember during the demo, I had Kai, and she ran in front of a tank that I didn't see, and she just flipped over a couple times, landed on her knees, and was just I don't know, and she was just there. I was like, well, I gotta res her. But
Borke.
yeah, she was doing that. She was Porque.
That's funny.
It was just wow, these ragdoll physics are really funny.
Yeah, they are. So Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Yeah, it's the new one coming out for Switch next year. It was supposed to come out this year, but it got delayed. Because when they announced it, they're like, the new Fire Emblem for Switch 2018. They didn't show anything. They didn't really have anything to say. So
They got Smash Brothers out. It's fine. They're good.
yeah. But it's going to be kind of more large scale combat. The map they showed looked really basic. I'm like, there's no strategy. So I'm really hoping that there's more intricate map designs later on. That was just like a beginner map or something. And I hope there's not 3 different versions because it's called 3 Houses.
I don't think it's gonna be 3 different versions. I think it's gonna be one version, and then there's gonna be 3 factions that they're talking about.
I hope. That's what I hope.
And you're gonna be in the middle of all 3 of them, and you're gonna be the godchild. And so you gotta choose which side you want to be on, and then you could pick it's a guy or a girl.
He's right. But then there's like a whole base. It looks like there's like a base management type of thing. You can actually run around your base, which is kind of cool.
And you can pet your waifus.
Yes, pet the waifus, please. But it's gonna be good. I'm excited.
It's gonna be godlike.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be godlike. And then the last number 4 game. We both put this on our list. Nick had it at number 9. And I had it at number 5, and that's Dragon Quest Builders 2. So why did you have it on your list, Nick?
Because I needed to fill a spot.
Okay. But what about it has you excited? Because you didn't play the first one, right?
Because it's a RPG. It's a survival game with an RPG aspect to it.
I wouldn't call it survival so much as more of like a Minecraft clone.
That would just survival.
But yeah, there's not as much of an emphasis on the survival aspect as there is of like building your little town up or your little base up.
That's what I meant. It's like a sandbox game. Is that better?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and this one has multiplayer, and they've added a lot of different elements like swimming and hang gliding and stuff like that.
And waifus.
No waifus.
I know. I'm just saying that.
So it's like a better Cube World, basically.
No, Cube World was no building. Cube World is an adventure.
Oh, there was no building? Oh, okay. But that was my favorite part about... I know a lot of people were like, oh, man, I hate like when you beat an area, you get transported to a new area and to completely start over every single time. I think there were 4 worlds. Mm-hmm. But I actually like that. Mm-hmm. I like that whole aspect of starting over. Mm-hmm. What's wrong with this guy? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You bastard.
You bastard. But I'm curious what the multiplayer will be like. I wonder if it's just straight up like playing the campaign with friends, or if there's like some free roam mode, or I'm not sure how it's going to work.
Creates a brand new procedurally generated world, and you explore it, and you get to build your own town together.
That would be
I mean, if they don't have that, that's money wasted on the table. I mean,
yep.
There's money on the table right there. Make it that way.
Yep. But I loved the first one. It was so addicting. Like I played it and I was like, I am like perfectly satisfied once I beat this game, because there could have added one more world, but I was like, you know what? That was perfect. It was just long enough. Had a lot of fun with it. So yeah, I'm excited. And it's out on Switch, which I know they did port the original Builders to Switch. So
I don't know if you want the Switch version because the online might suck.
It might. And it probably will run better on PS4.
Yeah. Oh, get censored though.
Yeah, the little chibi people that aren't even really...
I mean, if it shows any skin,
no good.
It's just going to be some fog.
Censored. AO.
You must change this or it's going to be AO. But it's nothing.
It's fine.
I see skin. I could see her ankle.
Dun, dun, dun. All right. So, number 3 on our list, number 1 on Nick's, is MechWarrior 5.
That's funny that's number 3. Why is it number 3? Because it's my number 1?
Yeah, because it's your number 1.
It's MechWarrior 5, man.
What else is there to say?
I know. It's MechWarrior 5. It's MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. It's a
single... it's Mercenaries.
Yeah, so it's a single player MechWarrior game. We haven't had one since 2001.
Really?
So, yeah.
Wow, it's been that long.
It's been very long.
Which was what?
MechWarrior 4 Mercenaries.
Oh, wow, okay. Because there's been like all the online stuff.
Online's online. I want single player. I want missions. I want just to make my own merc unit. I just want to explore and blow things up.
Who's making this?
Piranha, the guys.
Piranha Bytes? Okay.
Piranha, the guys who make MechWarrior Online.
What was the other one? Living Legends? That was a mod, though.
That was a mod, yeah. Okay. That one's fun, too.
I remember you played the crap out of that.
Yeah, it's fun. It's just not single player. I have to deal with humans.
What's the deal with normie humans?
Not normie humans, because no normie plays this game. But it's just, you have to you have to play against people, and I don't want to. I mean, if there was a mode in MechWarrior Online where you drop it with a lance and do like a mission, it would be fun.
Yeah.
But they're not going to do that because now MechWarrior 5 is coming out. So It looks good. It's like people are like, "Oh, this looks like a budget title. It's not looking that good." I'm like, no, it looks fine. For a MechWarrior game, it looks fine. Compare it to MechWarrior 4. Have you seen MechWarrior 4? The mechs are like all goofy animated.
But does it look as good as MechWarrior Online?
It looks better.
Okay. Well, Online looked good, so whatever.
People will disagree with you, but I think it looks good. People were expecting it to look like Cyberpunk.
Oh, like
Something
super detailed.
Super detailed and fancy, and the world, like, you need to upgrade your computer to have like 3 graphics cards and 2 processors. And it's like, guys, graphics are not going to look any better anymore. They're going to stay the same.
Yeah.
And they're going to look slightly better in certain places.
Yeah, I think the next leap is going to be like AI and systems and stuff.
It better
like
not be AI, because that means the world's going to end.
Not that kind of AI, like in-game enemy AI.
It's still the same thing. We're going to create AI that learns and finds out a way to destroy you.
They have real patterns. They're living, breathing things in the game.
They actually chat with you. Spooky. I remember in Quake 3, completely off tangent. when you're playing with bots, you could talk to the bots and they would respond to you.
That's weird.
Yeah.
In text chat?
In text chat.
Oh, okay.
Like, you'd be like, F you, Orb, and then Orb would be like, well, you are saying bad, mean things to me, so I'm going to say mean things to you. And it's just like, being like a 12-year-old kid, I thought that was the funniest, coolest thing in the world.
That's awesome. All right, MechWarrior 5.
MechWarrior 5. It is my number 1 pick because I am a sucker for MechWarrior. Hence, those.
Too many MechWarriors. Too many mechs.
Too many
to be warriored. All right, number 2. I thought this was going to be number 1, but it was not. So number 2 was my number 1 pick and your number 2 pick. Or your number 3 pick, I think.
No, number 2.
No, this is your number 4 pick.
Oh
my God. That's the Resident Evil 2 remake. I am so freaking excited for this game.
I thought you said I'm so disappointed in you, Nick. I thought you were about to say that. No.
I thought it would have been higher, to be honest, but when I see what was on your list, I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I know you like your Mech Warriors and your Dooms. It's fine.
And the Kingdom Hearts.
Hey, spoilers, God. But yeah.
It's not the only thing that's not on the list yet.
I know. It could have been Days Gone, okay?
Oh, obviously.
But yeah, Resident Evil 2 remake. Looks good. So good. Like, if you're like, Taylor, imagine the best possible Resident Evil 2 remake, this surpassed whatever I imagined. I didn't think they were going to put this level of detail, like this amount of like redesign. Like, I didn't think it was going to look this good.
This amount of microtransactions.
There's no microtransactions.
There is.
There's none.
There is.
No.
There is.
So you could play the old music.
No. You could buy like items that help you throughout the game.
Oh my God. Nobody's going to buy those. It ruins the point of the game.
You would be surprised.
I didn't even, like, until you just told me right now, I didn't even know those existed, so.
You would be surprised.
So what, you're not going to play the game now because it has microtransactions that you don't have to buy?
Yep. Okay. Worst game ever.
Look at this normie.
Doesn't make any sense. But I just remember the first trailer that we saw in E3, so good, and they released a second trailer that showed gameplay. And there's this one scene where it's Leon looking inside the office of the police station, and you see all the zombies walking towards him, and I'm like, how do the zombies look so good?
The zombies actually look scary now. Oh my
They're
God.
not like,
ooh. It's not the zombie symphony.
Ooh. Ooh. And then every time they die, they fall to their knees and fall, and then twitch on the ground.
Yep.
And like, are they dead? Okay, they're dead.
What's cool about this though is like they have destructibility, like the limbs and stuff fall off. But even if you shoot him in the head, like it might not kill him. Because I think it was Maximilian's video that he got from E3. So he had a shot. Somebody had a shotgun. They shot a zombie in the face. And it like blew their face apart, but they weren't dead. Because I remember that was like an auto kill. And the old one, it's like, all right, just blow your head off, dead. But all right, yeah, you're just putting the gun like straight up. But like, it seems like what the smart move is to like shoot him in the leg, get him on the ground, and then shoot him.
That's how I did it in the original too. To make sure they go down, I aim low and shoot them in the leg, and they fall over, and then you just
just get the knife.
Die. I don't want to waste my ammo. Okay, you're getting up. Okay, shoot you one more time. Okay, you're dead.
But besides JRPGs, I love survival horror is my second favorite because of the atmosphere genre. That's my second favorite genre because of the atmosphere. And my God, like that shot where he's walking up to the police station when they're just walking around like the dark corridors and stuff. Like
second favorite genre. Hasn't played any Silent Hills. Hasn't played any of them.
It's trash.
What's wrong with you?
Trash.
They're not trash.
PT.
Ow, that hurts.
The best Silent Hill.
Could have been good.
Could have been.
Now we got Death Stranding, whatever. Walking delivery guy simulator.
It's about building bridges, Nick. Okay.
And
That's what Norman Reedus said.
And burning bridges.
But yeah, I think this game is just going to be amazing because, like, I think what they're doing too. I think they're essentially doing like an A/B thing, like they did in Resident Evil 2. Like if you beat Leon A, you would play Claire's B game, because I think there's a Claire campaign, there's a Leon campaign. I think they're totally different. I don't think it's going to be
the same thing.
Yeah, because like they've already shown Mr. X a lot, and they've shown Ada in Leon's campaign. I think she has her own campaign.
Ada.
Wait. Either she has her own campaign or she's playable, because I saw gameplay of Ada. So I wonder if Hunk and Tofu and Akuma are going to be playable.
Tofu, yes. Hunk, probably. Tofu or Akuma, no.
That'd be amazing, though. You could just go there and throw Hadoukens at everybody. That'd be so awesome.
Just like the stupid rumor.
But I think also the reason why it's on the top of my list is that it's coming out in like a month. It's so soon.
Coming out in a couple weeks.
Yeah. It's right around the corner.
Yes. I need a good survival horror game. After Evil Within 2, I need another one.
Yeah. I wasn't wild about Evil Within 2. I liked the first one better.
I loved Evil Within 2. So good.
It was trying to, doing the open world thing. It wasn't as scary.
I didn't care about the scary. I just liked the ending.
Yes, the ending was fine.
I don't think you had enough info to go into it, because you're probably just thrown straight into the game without knowing, like, who's the corporation? Who's the administrator? What is all this? Because that's all the DLC.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's why Kidman. That's why I was like, "Ooh, it's Kidman," because Kidman was a playable person in the DLCs.
That's right. Yeah.
So you knew all about her story.
Very cool.
Very cool.
All right, number one, as Nick ruined, is Kingdom Hearts 3.
Cold Steel 3.
No.
So excited about this game. I can't wait to get the full meal course with Sarah.
What?
She teased it. I can't wait to get it.
What?
Only people
Played Cold Steel 1 and 2. Yeah.
only Cold Steel 2 players will get that reference if you courted Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get that kiss.
It was so the reason it's number one is because we both had it at number 2.
Yeah.
And so you're like much more prepared than I am. I've only beat 1, 2, and Birth by Sleep, but you played all of them, right? You got the collection and you beat all of them?
Played 1, 2, Birth by Sleep, Dream Drop Distance.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
You didn't play Chain of Memories?
No.
The other ones you just looked up info on?
I read about them, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And watched the retrospectives and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure I know what's going on. Oh, and Birth by Sleep Point 2.
Oh, yeah. The Fragmentary Passage or whatever it's called.
Which is just... It's a sequel to Birth by Sleep, but a prequel to 1.
Prequel to 1? Oh, I thought that led into 3 or something.
Oh, it's 1.
Oh, okay.
Because it's like 2 hours long, okay?
Yeah.
So you reach the ending of 1. You know what happens at the end of 1 when they have to shut the door of Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah. So
that's where it ends up.
Oh, that's cool.
So I was like, oh, because I thought it was you. I thought the same thing as you. It's like, oh, it's gonna be like leading up to 3. No, it leads up to 1. So I saw it. I'm like, oh, this is Kingdom Hearts 1. And then it has some scenes from like right before 3.
So 3, I didn't play Dream Drop Distance. So Dream Drop Distance is they're trying to get their Keyblade Master, whatever.
They're doing the Keyblade Mastery test.
And then Sora fails his, though.
For reasons beyond his power.
Oh.
But, yes.
So what is the plot going into 3 then?
3 is 1. Sora needs to regain his powers.
Oh, so where they stripped of him at the end of Dream Jump Distance? Okay.
Yes. So he needs to regain his powers. Riku and Mickey need to find the people from Birth by Sleep.
Aren't they all like frozen and dead or whatever?
They need to find them.
Oh, okay.
They're not. Yeah.
They're waiting in the Keyblade graveyard.
So we need to find. They need to find them. That's what they need to do. And someone and Kairi.
Mm-hmm.
It's Kairi, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Kairi is. They need to train.
What
was that?
It was right when you did that too. I was like, what the heck?
They probably heard it too. They need to train as Keyblade Masters. So that's the end.
Did you purposely leave that person's name out?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because that is a huge spoiler.
Oh, okay. Well, that game's also really old, so.
Yeah, but I don't want to spoil it for them.
It's in the trailers. Just watch the trailer. You'll know who he's talking about.
Maybe? I don't think he's been shown yet.
I'm pretty sure.
Maybe. If you know what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's those. I think that's the secret ending to Dream Drop Distance, is to get all that information.
Oh, okay.
Or it's the ending Birth by Sleep 2.0. I know that I know because the ending is Sora going in his gummy ship with Goofy and Donald.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, where should I go first? I need to know. I don't know where to go. And then they're like, you got to look in your heart to find the way to go. Kind of, that kind of Kingdom Hearts drivel.
Yeah.
And then he thinks, because he needs to find Hercules. So he thinks, and then he's like, I know where he is. And then they're like, let's go to Hercules World. And guess what the first world in Kingdom Hearts 3 is? Hercules World.
Got it.
So there you go.
Very cool.
It's like it ends right when 3 is going to start.
So why do they have to go to Hercules though?
To get his powers back, because remember in think 1 or 2, Herc lost his powers and he doesn't know, and he gains them back.
Oh, so they're like, maybe if I go to him, I can help gain my powers back.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
But then they also have to defeat Xehanort. That's like the ultimate.
That's why they need to find the Birth by Sleep people,
because they're the only ones that can.
Because there has to be a battle between, I think, 7. I'm really confused. I think I might have this backwards.
Huh?
I think it's 7 powers of light versus 9 powers of darkness.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what it is. Let me see. I think maybe it's 9 powers
So
of
it's
light.
those 3: Kairi, Riku, Sora, and this other person.
Yep.
That's the 7.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, 7 powers of light and 9 powers
But
of
aren't
darkness.
there the 13, Organization 13, aren't there 13 of them?
I'm pretty sure it's 9.
Do some of them die or something?
Yeah, that's all in Dream Drop Distance, and that's like where the story gets extremely confusing.
Okay.
And it's like, why did you introduce this? People know what I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah.
There's so much going on. I just want to go to the Disney World. I don't care about the story is like too convoluted.
Really, I don't care about the Disney World. I just want to go through the story.
Oh, well, all right. I'm sure there's people on both sides.
Because the Disney Worlds are like, oh, we're here. Let's do this Disney thing. Okay, let's go to the main story again. It's like, yes, the main story part. I like when the Disney Worlds and the main story kind of intertwine. Yep. That's when it's good.
Howdy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So,
Monsters Inc. Mother effing Mike Wazowski.
Yep. I'm done.
But they've revealed every world, though, haven't they? Which is unfortunate. I was hoping they would leave some secret ones, but
I don't know if they revealed every single world, but they revealed I think new worlds. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get older ones again.
Okay.
So,
but they've done all the new ones. So all the new ones, they have Frozen, Big Hero 6, Tangled, Monsters Inc.,
Toy Story.
What am I forgetting?
There's gonna be
Wreck-It Ralph's in there, but that's not a world.
It's gonna be a new Pirates of the Caribbean world.
Oh, Pirates of the Caribbean. That's right. That's
gonna be a new one. It's not gonna be the older ones. The other one's based off Chris the Black Pearl.
Yeah, that's going to be from 3, I think, at World's End.
World's End, yeah.
Because there's that part they're on the beach and like all the characters there. I'm like, oh, okay. There's like the voodoo witch girl, whatever her name is. Yeah. It's gonna be good.
I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some secret ones in there.
I was really hoping they were going to do a Zootopia world, but I don't think they're going to do that.
There's enough furries in there.
I mean, you can never have enough furries.
There's enough furrydom in Kingdom Hearts.
No.
Yeah, there is. Yeah. Furries are freaking out over Monster Sora, so...
Really?
Yeah.
His little one-eyed
furry.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Can't wait to play that game. Next month is going to be so packed.
I know. Vesperia, Resident Evil 2, Kingdom Hearts 3, Cold Steel Kai.
There's more. I forgot off the top of my head, but I know there's more.
Onimusha HD.
Don't care about that.
But there's more.
There is more. But that's it.
That's it. Those are our most anticipated games. That took a while.
That took too long. But
it was fun.
It was fun, yeah.
So, guys, tell us your most anticipated games in the comments or on Discord or hit us up on Twitter somewhere on the interwebs. I want to know your most anticipated games.
Yeah. And we'll be back in 2 to 3 weeks because we're going to be taking a little break.
Oh, now it's possibly 3 weeks.
Well, I'm counting this week right now.
Ah.
So, yeah. We'll be back with more. He'll be back in his own place.
Yep.
Bastard.
Bastard.
And, yeah, we'll be done. And we'll be back. And I can't talk right now because I'm really tired. And Maddie owes her $20. and he needs to go to the store and get something right now. And
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
I really hope you guys hear that.
Yep.
See you guys. Bye.